There comes a time in life when even the simple act of rising from a chair or taking a few steps across the room feels heavier than it once did. And many seniors quietly worry that each passing year is chipping away at their strength, their balance, and the freedom they once moved through the world with. And if you've ever felt that quiet fear settling into your chest, you're not alone, because countless older adults feel the same soft ache of wondering whether mobility will slowly slip away. But what many don't realize is that the body, even in its later seasons, has an incredible ability to respond, to adapt, and to grow stronger again when it's given the right kind of gentle, thoughtful movement, the kind that doesn't strain or exhaust, but instead nourishes the joints, wakes up forgotten muscles, and restores the confidence that age doesn't erase, but sometimes simply buries under fatigue and doubt. And this happens because, as we get older, our muscles naturally begin to shrink, our joints stiffen, and our circulation slows, not out of failure, but out of disuse, almost like a quiet conversation the body is trying to have with us, whispering that it needs new signals, new invitations to stay alive and awake. And this is where a simple shift in your daily routine can create a ripple of healing, because while daily walks are good, they're not always enough on their own to keep the deeper stabilizing muscles strong. And sometimes replacing a walk with a few targeted exercises does far more for aging legs, aging hips, and an aging sense of balance than simply walking in a straight line ever could. And one of the most helpful habits older adults can introduce is a set of 5 mindful, low-impact exercises that work the body in gentle, essential ways that encourage strength around the joints, improve coordination, and help the nervous system reconnect with the muscles that time often turns quiet. And the first of these is what elders have used for generations without even realizing it. The steady, slow march in place, which sounds simple but awakens the hip flexors, warms the knees, and tells the body it is safe to move. And when done for just a few minutes with the hands lightly resting on a counter or chair for support, it surprisingly reteaches the body how to lift the legs with purpose and stability. And doing this march for about 1 minute, then pausing for a breath, and repeating it a few times builds a remarkable foundation for balance. The second exercise is the heel-to-toe rise, where you slowly lift your heels to stand on your toes, then ease them back down, and then lift the toes and settle on the heels. And this simple motion strengthens the ankles and lower legs in a way walking cannot, because it directly targets the small muscles responsible for steady footing. And performing this movement for 10 slow repetitions morning and evening is often enough to feel a warming sense of stability return within days. The third is the seated leg lift, which is especially helpful for those who sometimes feel their knees buckle or weaken after sitting too long. And all it requires is sitting tall in a sturdy chair, extending one leg outward, holding it for a few seconds, and lowering it gently, repeating this on each side several times. And this not only strengthens the quadriceps, but also brings fresh blood flow to the knee joints, making them feel looser, warmer, and more dependable. The fourth exercise is the gentle hip circle, done while holding a countertop or chair for balance. And all you do is slowly move one leg in a small circle at a time, waking up the hips, the core, and the stabilizing muscles along the sides of the legs. And this motion helps restore fluidity to the joints, making stepping, turning, and shifting weight feel smoother and more natural. And the fifth and final exercise is the wall push-away, a softer version of a push-up that strengthens the upper body without strain. And all you do is place your hands on a wall at shoulder height, step back slightly, and slowly bend and straighten your arms, letting the chest and shoulders gently awaken. And this upper body strength translates into confidence when rising from chairs, supporting your walk, or catching yourself should you ever lose balance. And the beauty of these movements is that they require no equipment, no special clothing, and almost no time, just a bit of willingness and a quiet moment each day to honor your body's needs. And the best time to do them is whenever you feel stiffness settling in. Morning to shake off the night, afternoon to refresh the joints, or evening to ease tension before rest. And when practiced daily, even if only replacing a short walk or 2 each week, these 5 exercises often create a gentle, noticeable change. Legs begin to feel warmer and more awake. Steps feel more grounded. Standing becomes easier. And many older adults describe a sensation almost like the body is remembering a song it once knew, a rhythm of movement that feels natural and comforting. And this happens not from force, but from consistency, from honoring the body with small, loving actions each day. And as the weeks pass, you may notice your knees feeling less stiff when you stand, your hips moving more freely, your back staying straighter, and your confidence quietly growing in the background of your life, as if each gentle exercise rewrites a small part of your story, reminding you that strength is not a thing of the past, but a companion you can continue to nurture. And there's something deeply comforting in knowing that the body responds to care at any age, that it forgives old habits, and that it listens to the signals you give it now more than the years behind you. And if you allow these exercises to become a simple ritual, a moment of gratitude for the legs that carry you, the joints that support you, and the breath that steadies you, you may find that each day holds a little more ease, a little more balance, and a little more of that quiet, reassuring sense that you are still strong, still capable, and still deeply connected to the life moving around you. And as you continue these small acts of care, may you feel a soft hope rising, the kind that reminds you that aging is not a decline, but an evolution, and that with each mindful, gentle movement, you are choosing to stay present, to stay engaged, and to stay beautifully strong in the years ahead.